radio station, 92.3 Nigeria Info. My name is Jude, and what a packed event. Yes, not just a show, it's an event today. Hot on the surface burner right now is the conversation now about boat and boat fares. Now, our conversation starts out, it's a follow-up from Andrews on the morning crossfire. There's so many views that we didn't get to hear. We are going to listen to them right now. We're going to open the phone lines almost immediately, all right, and join in that conversation. Now, for those of you who did not get to start that conversation, or who probably haven't heard the news or don't know exactly what all the hubbub is about, let me run a quick run through for you. As always, I'm your guy, go-to guy. That's how I roll. So now there was a protest at the Iwafe jetty in Rumulimini, River State. That was yesterday over the planned increase of the cost of fares, boat fares, from Iwafe to Tombia in Degema local government area of River State. Now, scores of people, I made mention of this yesterday, just scores of people, marched to the jetty to criticize the move by the Degema Council Chairman, Michael John Williams, to increase the cost to 400. Now, protesters say that they preferred the 200 Naira cost. There was a cost, 200 Naira cost, by another boat service owned by an indigene, Emmanuel Fenibo. We'll get to that shortly. Now, after that, we'll have a conversation about money. Yes, it's 5,000 naira. Yes, it's Friday. We have to give away 5,000 naira between 10 o'clock or 5 minutes past 10 and then 10:25 a.m. this morning. We just have to do that. We also have loaves of bread and cakes to be won on the show today. So, if you are in the mood for some awesome pastry, for some awesome baking, this is where you have to stick and pay very close attention. So, our sponsors today, and they've been so for a while, Cake Haven and County Fresh will be giving out 2 loaves. I'm going to give in 2 people 2 loaves, a pair of loaves each, and then you stand a chance also of winning an 8-inch cake and also a 6-inch cake as well on the show. Entertainment 360 will wrap up our show by 12 midday today. So it's a feisty conversation. It's a very full event we have on for you this morning. As always, welcome to where the region has its very best conversations.
And now, hello Port Harcourt with Jude on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, so there's a bit of a hubbub right now talking about boat fares, and that's our focus this morning. How do we get to, as it were, make our boat fares fairer? Yes, and also boat travel safer. Remember we had a similar conversation about this a few days ago. But for starters, let's get to see what all of this is all about. Talking about the protest that's led us to this very, very crucial conversation.
We, the people of Tombia, we are disappointed at the LGA chairman, Michael John Williams. He has come to impose price on us on the transportation system. Emmanuel Fenibo has come as a messiah to liberate Tombia, and he has said that let there be fairness in transportation system. Whatsoever that happens to Emmanuel Fenibo will hold Michael John Williams responsible, and the people of Tombia are in support of Emmanuel Fenibo.
The alternative come and save the community. 400 is driving, 500 is driving, nobody stop them. It's what we want from the local government chairman. They should send us more people to come and drive 150.
But this man came and started collecting 200, 250. And we were satisfied with that. And we told the other boat union that if this man is satisfied with what is happening, we are not stopping them. They should come out and do their own business. Let it be a business of competition. The masses of the Tombians will have choice in terms of transportation. The local government chairman is being biased in his judgment.
So that's exactly how economics works. It's a force of demand and supply. You have a demand, right? Somebody is able to meet the supply. Another competitor comes through, maybe offering that same demand, maybe at a fairer rate or higher quality. You then decide. That's where it's meant to be, right? Now, responding, the spokesperson of the council, Director Christopher, said the planned hike in the cost of boat transport in the area was decided at a stakeholders meeting. Yes, we have stakeholders. They always meet.
The fact is that the action of the council was to nip
transport unions operating in the same waterfronts of Iwofe and Tombia community. There were constant frictions and clashes here and there. There should not be two transport unions operating in the same areas. There will be these continued confrontations and clashes here and there. That decision was reached, a unilateral decision.
Well, on any scale, that sounds like a great idea. You want to reduce confrontations, right? Because there are two factions, right? So something has to be done. People have to come together, to, as it were, work out a modality or modalities that will make all and sundry feel inclusive to that particular climate. It's the same thing we have with the telecoms. You have all the very different multinationals who are vying for you. Yes, you, the listener, you, the customer, vying for your nairas and kobos to be on their platform. It's not always easy, but we have to come. That's why we talk about government regulation. We have to come, sit down, and so that we don't have these factions. So that this person doesn't come. And you know how some people can be in this Port Harcourt, in this River State. It's our place, and then punches, fisticuffs, then ensue. Right? That sounds like a good idea, don't you think? Right? Now, Emmanuel Fenebo tells correspondent Soibi Oruwa that the community boats have been confiscated by the military station and the area on order of the council chairman. Now, this is where this whole bubble seems to have burst.
So there and then they objected and said we should go and bring out our boats if we are not satisfied with the present fare. We tried our best to bring out boats that started collecting 300 naira. Distance is 7 minutes drive. And when we compare it with Okrika, which is about 15 minutes, the Okrika to Marife, they collect 300 naira. So why should our own be different? The resolution of the community was that the two unions should operate and nobody should disturb the other person. It was agreed as the chairman. We are flouting his order. So he now insisted that the army station in Tombia should arrest him.
So, two unions, and I'm curious, this is just me thinking, why do there have to be two unions? Why don't we just have two different companies? Why do we have to have groups? Why must we unionize everywhere, and cause problems? But all of that, it's just questions that have to be answered. Now it's time for you to weigh in on the matter. We're talking about how to improve the boats and boat fares, improve the boat fares and boat safety here in Rivers. We had a similar conversation with you days ago. Now, having listened to this excerpt and obviously hearing and reading some of the reports, the question there is, what exactly do we as the people need to say and do to have these things clarified? Because on one hand, you don't want to have a scenario where you have too many people on a particular boat, right, and risk their safety. It's almost the same thing. No, nay. It is the same thing that we as Rivers people and Nigerians are too used to on our roads. We jam pack ourselves in taxis and buses in a bid to cost to pay 15 naira, which I have to say is becoming it's become unbecoming. It's not just becoming. No, it's already it's terrible. Almost 40 years ago, fella was shouting 49 city, 99 start. We are sitting like they pack us in like sardines. And you want to have that on the waterways as well? That's one aspect of this conversation. We need to make our boats safer, but we also need to pay fairer. If there is a cheaper alternatives, why should people be denied that right to get through those cheaper routes or alternatives? Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jude. Welcome, as always, to where the region has its very best conversations. 017-923-0002, 017-923-0003, 08179230007, and then the female caller line is 0817-923-0009. WhatsApp and Telegram available on 0809-030-6416, 0809-030-6416, and jump onto Facebook, facebook.com/Nigeria Info PH, facebook.com/Nigeria Info PH. Now, if you've seen pictures of the jetty in Tombia, oh my God, it's one of those questions that people ask when we made mention of what should be done. When was the last time these places have had repairs? Now we're talking about the fares as well. All of these things are part of the factors that will improve the economic activities in these regions. Don't forget, people come to and fro, bringing livestock, bringing fish and things like that, and also taking back, commodities to use, to sell, to trade in their villages, in their local government areas. So we need a better pricing system, something that is fair for everybody. How do we then make this possible? Someone is coming out as being creative. Someone is also coming out as being mindful of the safety concern. Can't we marry both? Can't we marry both? 017-923-0002, 017-923-0003, 017-923-0007. Hello, Port Harcourt, 923, good morning.
Hello, Port Harcourt, Jude, good morning.
Good morning, welcome.
Yes, my name is Ibiso from Odili Road.
Welcome, Ibiso.
Yes, the community, Tombia community is my community. And now this issue on ground, the other man that is taking 250 is helping the community.
That seems
the local government chairman, what I expect from the local government chairman is to provide both for the community. I'll even take 200 or 150. Because what is the local government chairman providing for the Tombia community? Somebody is taking 250. Another person said that no, they want to take 400. It's an open market, Jude. Allow the citizens to know who they will patronize, not to use army. They should not bring Tombia into crisis again. We know what we passed through. Now, you have two unions. And this other guy register his own thing with a CAC. This one, they didn't register. And they don't have permit to operate. Why this guy have permit? The local government chairman should know that these people are operating illegal business in Tombia.
Okay, so
and this one is operating illegal business.
Hold on, Ibiso. I need to ask you, so we don't veer too far
Ask
off.
me.
What exactly do we need to do to now make these fares, cheaper for the people of Tombia and Degema as a whole?
Hello?
Did you hear my question?
Okay, ask me.
What do we need to do to make the fares cheaper and fairer for the entire people of Degema? What should we do?
I'm speaking for Tombia because I'm from Tombia. The thing there is from Tombia to Ewofe is about 6 minutes or 7 minutes drive. You understand? So, if 200 naira is okay, 250 is okay. But where is the 400 naira, my brother? Just take a walk down to Ewofe Water and go to Tombia. Most of the people are teachers. If except maybe weekend when they are coming for burial, you see a light patronage. But this young man want to ease his stress. And you say that they should come at the 400 naira. Dude, I traveled to my village 2 weeks ago. And when I was coming to the jetty, some of these boys said, okay, are you going to Port Harcourt? And they took the money from me. To stop this other guy that is taking 250, they will approach you at Nigerian Info Gate and take that amount from you. And these people are instead of you to patronize this people. So this people will just stay there. And to the glory of God, I was even standing there. This other young man, their boat load 2 times and leave where I am. The local government, the chairman, to come and bring these two parties together. That okay, let us bring people to one union and take social amount, not to come and inflict a big price on the citizen.
Okay, that sounds like a great idea. Hector, speaking to us from Rumokoro. Hector, good morning.
Good morning, Jude.
Good morning. Welcome, please.
Thank you. I'm from Tombia.
Yes, please.
I'm a native of Tombia. Now, this crisis started early part of this year. The both union initially were taking 400 and later skyrocketed it to 500. And there come another alternative boat drivers because of the crisis, because people opposed, cried out against the increment of price. Now, when these alternative boat drivers came, they, fixed their price to 250 naira and 200 naira. And the community is comfortable with it. The community accepted the alternative boat drivers because if you look, consider the distance between Ewofen waterfront to Tumbia, it's less than 10 minutes. The highest you spend is maybe 8 minutes. It's just 7-8 minutes drive. So the crisis was still there, and the president and local government chairman came to resolve the issue, and he invited them. Now, when I was growing up, there was
Hector, we don't have time. Just
local government.
Hector, because of the want of time, let's get straight to the point. Yes, please.
Now, according to the local government chairman spokesman and their supporters, they said it was agreed on the 400 that there was a resolution. But my question is, if it was generally accepted, why the protest? There wouldn't have been protest. It means that the resolution, the meeting they held in the Begema local government chairman's office, was not accepted by the people. That is why the protest is still on. That is why the community is protesting. It is not accepted by the majority of the people. Their resolution is against the interest of the majority. 400 naira is too much. From Iwofen JT to Tombia, it's just 7-8 minutes. So they should stop making things difficult for the people. We complain about federal government making things difficult for people. But look, just imagine what the local government is doing. The government that is supposed to be the closest arm of government to the people is also creating hardship. And people are supporting them because they are benefiting from the government. They are benefiting from the system. They are close to the system. It is very, very unfortunate, Jude, and the people will not accept it.
All right. So a resolution should be sought after. So far, those are the two comments we've gotten to hear, and both of them in the residents, images of Tombia. My name is Jude. We'll go for a quick commercial. When we come back, more on this subject matter. So we're back here, right here. Hello, Port Harcourt. Our conversation this morning is all about Tombia right now and the fairs. Now, there are several factions, and when I mean factions, I'm not talking about those involved. We're talking about the views to the subject matter. On one hand, I've just received a message talking about the cost of running and doing business in Nigeria. That look at how much diesel is. Those engines don't run on air or people's urine. No, they run on diesel. So on one hand, for those larger boats, they will probably need more diesel, costing more money, by the way, to carry out the same services. On the other hand, there is a cheaper alternative. Yes, it's still a diesel engine, but it's a lesser capacity, and so ideally it should carry less people, but quicker across that 6 or 7 minutes boat ride. So, plus or minus, the economic preference of scale should weigh in on the individual. So, if you get there, for an example, and you need to, as you were, get to Tobia really quickly, and you don't have a lot of money, you should be able to use the cheaper alternative. Or, if you want to wait a little longer, and maybe you want a faster boat with a larger capacity, maybe you have things to carry, fine. You should be able to. At least, that's the theory from the message I just read. My name is Jude. Welcome to where the region has its best conversations. So how do we make our boat rides safer and cheaper? Fairer rates. That's what everybody wants everywhere in the world. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0007, and then 0817-923-0009. WhatsApp, Telegram available on 0809-030-6416, 0809-030-6416. When you call us, please do us a huge favor. Do turn down the volume of your radio set so we can enjoy the conversation with you. Hello, Potako. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Please turn off your radio. Turn off your radio.
Yeah. Okay. Hello?
Yes, you're still close to your radio. Can you step away from your radio?
When I look at the I'm hearing people, playing politics with you. Yes, we are aware that some persons we are giving money to protect against the local government chairman because of the multiple jobs he's doing, because of the project he's doing here and there. I think if they cannot beat him, they should join him to celebrate his good work. We have never been gotten this happiness in the local government.
Okay,
so please, I will appeal to people spreading false information.
Let's for a second, right, agree that there is some misinformation. But on ground, do you agree that there are two different groups who are collecting two different fares? And like you said, you brought them, they were brought to the table. But some people are still saying that they would prefer to have the freedom to choose what boats to go on to. That's where the problem is.
Now, if you ask me to elucidate on what happened, please, the truth is very limpidous. The lucidity of it is that the local government chairman always settled a warring faction. A warring faction. Let it be underlined, the warring faction. Because lives property should be protected in the waterways. And if we don't want anything to happen, two factions fighting on the sea, and as a result, casualty occurs. What this young shaman did was to just settle them, not to settle them in their feud and mutiny, and never impose any transport fare on anybody. I repeat, anybody.
So, Carrie, thank you very much. So, more reports. This is why conversations like this is good, because we need to get clarifications. There are going to be divergent views on the subject matter. Once again, I cannot thank enough our correspondent, Soribio Ruari, for getting down to the jetty and having conversations and getting some of the excerpts that you've gotten to listen to in the past hour or two. Now, messages 0809-030-6416, 0809-030-6416. Hello, Port Harcourt, 90.3, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, welcome, please.
Leader calling from Iwafe.
Welcome. Go on, please.
Hello?
Yes, go on. We can hear you. Go on, leader. We can hear you. Go on.
Okay. I want to contribute towards the discussion that is on.
Yes. How do we make
I think
it
I was
safer?
privileged to be in Zambia. I'm from Zambia also.
Okay.
And I find out why this boat is taking 200 naira. And they said this young man that brought the boat one day came home, and everything in the community was high. They were buying beer at 250. They will buy it there 500. So he now find out and decided to bring boats. Is it bad for people to do good in our country now?
That's not the issue. The issue now here is how do we make it
Is
safer?
it bad?
How do we make it safer?
That people will begin to gang up against this man that has come to help the community, his community for that matter.
Okay, all right. Like once again, so we don't get flooded by our emotions and not as we're still on track on the conversation. The conversation is not about whether he did or didn't. Once again, all of these are perceptions. The aim of every businessman is to make money. That's the truth. Now, there is an option, according to the stories available to us. There is an option. But the question is, how do we make this option safer and also more feasible in the long term? That's the question. So on one hand, you have people saying, oh, look, it's meant to be this amount because diesel is this expensive, diesel is this, people need to do this, we too, we have families, so maybe that's why there's an increase in the cost. That makes sense. And someone says, well, I agree, it's expensive, but can't we have a smaller system and use less diesel and so charge less? That is also a great idea. So this person listening and speaking to you is asking, can't we marry the two? But on the bigger scale, can't we make the place even safer? Because if you see pictures of that jetty, that's all I can say. Hello, Port Harcourt. 1023, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, I'm calling from Abonima, Young.
Welcome, Young.
The truth is, exactly the same thing happened in Abua local government. As I'm talking to you from Abua to Port Harcourt, it's as far as 10 times Tombia to water side. But Abua to Port Harcourt, my train is 500 naira. Do you know what happened? The local government brought cars, they brought luxurious buses. No private motor again. So if the council chairman feels he wants to undo the other people, they should bring both. Bring the price lesser. Let it be 100 naira. So that this other man will go in.
Okay. All right.
Hello?
Thank you very much. All right. Clarence Acho says, stop the politics in the business and let the business be business. Don't let your people feel they don't know what is right for them. The local government should employ development to help sustain the environment. If I'm a community chief or leader, if I'm in government or the government, the community itself should be able to petition anyone that's not working for the benefit of others. Okay, all right, in Nigeria, even when something is easier, some greedy set of Nigerians will still make it hard for make it hard or difficult for the poor masses. Okay, interesting. How do we make boat travel cheaper and safer following this recent protest? 90.3, hello, Port Harcourt, good morning.
Good morning. My name is Gift Sporin. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Welcome, Gift.
Yeah, Daya, I want to get my own opinion. Like, if you come to Port Harcourt, you see like taxi drivers. You also have boats, and the boat is cheaper and comfortable. Taxi drivers are not complaining. They are not saying people have 2 million. The man just stand up to make fare affordable for the common people because of the way the economy. Then the local government chairman just stand up. I think the local government chairman should buy cars, boats, and tell people to go free to Tombia. You should stop bringing factions. It's not good. Because people are suffering.
I think it's very clear. A lot of people would like an easier alternative. And just like my colleague Andrew had made mention of having had time or opportunity to try and place calls and interactive sessions with the chairman and also the man involved. Who knows? Maybe both parties will honor our invitation so that next week we can all sit down, round table here in front of the people, so that as always we will discuss, have conversations for development. Wilson is speaking to us from Port Harcourt. Hello, Wilson. Good morning.
Good morning, Jude.
Good morning. Welcome, please.
Jude, the people of Degeman local government are highly excited of the chairman we have over. In less than 1 month, the chairman bought 2 gumboots. You know the price of gumboots. 2 gumboots to fly the waterways of Degeman local government. I'm not a spokesperson, but it's the truth. He is performing. But I believe that he only went there to resolve a pending problem. So calling the chairman that he imposed 400 naira on them is false. 92.3 is highly respected media house in this state. Please, can you go there and find out?
We did.
I got the information that you went there to settle them, not for them to have problems. The two unions. You understand?
Totally do. And Wilson, for the sake of clarity, we're gonna play the excerpts, right, from the interviews that were conducted from all parties involved, all right, so that you can see that the conversation has not and will never be one-sided. But Wilson, thank you very much for raising your concerns. It's always appreciated.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, so let's quickly do that, particularly for those who didn't join in the conversation. Yes, there was a protest, and some people were saying, oh, the protest was sponsored. Okay. We're going to eventually find out eventually. But the question is, what was the genesis and how was it resolved? What were the retorts? What were the questions raised? What were the scenarios raised? Were they valid? Are they issues that should have immediate responses and maybe, just maybe, another round of conversation? Like the sit down round table. I like the round table format of having conversations. It makes a lot of sense. All right, so now let's get to listen to the process, all right? For the sake of clarity, by the way.
The fact is that the action of the council was to nip an impending crisis in Dumbia community. Okay. Now, with the emergence of 2 factional transport unions operating in the same waterfronts of Ewofe and Dumbia community, there were constant frictions and clashes here and there. There should not be 2 transport unions operating in the same areas. There will be these continued confrontations and clashes here and there. That decision was reached, a unilateral decision.
So, the idea once again to have crisis talks, crisis management, I think is a very welcome one. It makes sense. Why would you want to go through the stress and challenges of always trying to undo each other when there is an option to sit down, dialogue, and say, what, why don't we go this way? But some people said, well, this is not what we want. This is what we think should just happen. Just let people, as it were, choose.
We, the people of Tombia, we are disappointed at the LGA chairman, Michael John Williams. He has come to impose price on us on the transportation system. Emmanuel Fenibo has come as a messiah to liberate Tombia, and he has said that let there be fairness in transportation system. Whatsoever that happens to Emmanuel Fenibo will hold Michael John Williams responsible, and the people of Tombia are in support of Emmanuel Fenibo.
Alternative come and save the community. 400 is driving, 500 is driving, nobody stop them. That's what we want from the local government chairman. They should send us more people to come and drive 150.
But this man came and started collecting 200, 250. And we were satisfied with that. And we told the other boat union that if this man is satisfied with what is happening, we are not stopping them. They should come out and do their own business. Let it be a business of competition. The masses of the Tombians will have choice in terms of transportation. The local government chairman is being biased in his judgment.
All right. So now, now you've gotten to hear from both sides. So is it a question of being biased, or there was a resolution? Maybe that resolution hasn't taken effect just yet. And then, someone sent a message earlier on, and I asked the question: can't we marry both of them? It makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense to marry. This is how it ought to work. All right. So more people come into a place to start the business. It means competition is on the uprise, right? And then regulation makes it fair for all and sundry to participate. So if one person decides that, oh, okay, I have a smaller car or I have a bigger bus or whatever it is, so I'll charge this and this based on what I have, that should then be left with the customer, with the consumer, to say, okay, I have this, I have that. Let me try this. And then, are we still just looking at the price, or are we forgetting that there's an issue of safety to also be implemented? Hello, Port Harcourt, 9.3. Good morning.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning. Welcome. Hello, Port Harcourt.
Good morning. I am Doris calling from Port Harcourt.
Good morning, Doris.
There is one critical question or issue that is just passing to the farmer road. These other people who are carrying overload, people who charge 250 or something like that.
No, he didn't say. I have not heard him say that, so I cannot agree or consent to that.
During crossfire.
Hello.
During crossfire.
Yes, Doris.
He said so. That they were carrying excess passengers. So if that is the case, the safety of the people, not of paramount interest also.
So safety is of importance as well as the fare, right?
That's what I'm talking about.
So that's our question. Why can't we have both of them? Why can't we make the people of Tombia feel safe when they travel, and also have that safety come at a fair price? 9.3. Hello, Port Harcourt. Good morning. What's that?
I do.
Good morning. I thought it was a birthday song was going to come up. Good morning.
Good morning. This is Eric. I'm calling for Bonnie.
Good morning, Eric.
Yeah, I think it's the same situation that we're sitting here in Bonnie. Those transporters, they normalize the way they are treating passengers anyhow.
Okay.
You know, so they are being threatened by any other person that rises to come and, compete with them. Hello?
I'm listening to you, Eric. We're listening to you.
Yeah, so any person that can do the business better, I feel that person should go and compete with them. Let the onus now lies on the passengers to choose which boat to use. Because you cannot imagine they will drive you away from the side and go to the center of the sea. Engine gets problem. That one is not their fault. It can happen to anybody. But for them to call for transport backup, they will not do that. They will keep passengers on the sea for hours. So these passengers, drivers, they are not doing well. If there can be
Eric,
competition,
have you ever been stranded on the seas before? Have you ever been stranded on the seas before?
Hello?
Have you ever been stranded on the seas before?
There was one day I stayed in the sea for almost 4 hours for 45 minutes journey. I said I was rushing to come back. I could not make it that day because what I was going for, I couldn't meet up because of the problem of the driver. The driver, it took him 20 minutes from Bonny to Dodge Island. Sorry, on airport. But from Bonny to Dodge Island, we spent almost 3 hours. So the boat drivers, they are not doing well. There are somebody that wants to even come and start competing with them here in Bonny. If that guy would do that, I'll be very happy with him because this is what they need.
Okay, competition, healthy competition is what we all need. All right, messages now, 0809-030-6416, 0809-030-6416. Since the local government chairman can pronounce 400, and he should also have the same power to reverse it. When growing up, I used to hear low-cost bulls provided by local government, and I'm sure the present chairman can also attest to it. For me, Warfare to Tombia is less than 10 minutes. I wonder why the local government chairman would want to make things difficult for Tombia at this hard time. Any resolution that's not in the interest of the people is draconian. Okay. Draconian, Hector says. Facebook.com/Nigeria Info page. Facebook.com/Nigeria Info PH. All right. The only way we can make this means of transportation cheap and safe is that it needs not to be privatized, and even if the government should have a solid safety standard of its operation. Derson Amakri says, let the Minister of Transportation bring out what he has in his profile towards his ministry. Were it not favoring us, then our suggestions would make headway. Otherwise, every suggestion, wow, the German in me is coming out, goes nowhere. Market. Derson Amakri. All right, thank you all very much as always for your comment and contribution on the subject matter. We'll go for a break. By 10, all things being equal, we should have in news, and then there is 5,000 naira up for grabs yet again on Hello Port Harcourt. The only way to stand a chance is for you to be here and participate when the time comes. My name is Jude.